I am so stoked because Eurodance is making a comeback to the point that I bought a whistle to make a couple of whistle loops. But I wanted to create something that will save you time. Because anytime you get a chance to make music, that is precious time and you have to make the most out of it. Number two, I wanted to create something you can trust during that time, that you can go to systematically to make the best music you can and you know you will make. And three, I wanted to create something that will elevate your productions by making you sound thicker. Let me do the sound design. Let's develop a long-term relationship here. Because as a sound designer for producers, my goal is to make sure you sound on point so you get signed. And when you find success, I find success too, man. The way I'm going to help you achieve this is first, 75 Serum presets. Now I get it, okay? Serum presets can sound a little lifeless, but there's a reason I treated my studio about a year ago. Okay, it wasn't because I want to be a famous DJ or producer. No, I want to be the sound designer for producers. I want to be the guy you can trust that will deliver good sounds that you can use to make the music you want. It allows me to make these sounds sound as best as I can with the Serum engine. The first one we have is called Acid Cocaine Lines. Shit went crazy real quick, right? The way this patch is meant to be used is you're going to play a note, as you can see, and I've programmed this curve here for you. Two, so that you can glide the notes. So you can use the acid sound like. Okay. Now, I have the LFO set off on that, so every time you play something, it will go through the sequence, okay? If you don't like that, you can set it to trig. You can play it high up. It sounds dope. Now, from there, we have another one called Pasta Mota or 20 friendly Madu. But you notice this one has this nice atmosphere mod up. Okay, now this is important because check it out. I can pull it down and we have another acid sound, but now I can also use this mod. Let's go down a bit. Okay, now Papi Trance Volume 1 is made for a variety of Eurodance styles, okay? This is why you hear these sound very hard, but I promise we're going to get into the more melodic stuff soon. But also, the other important thing is the mods here. Okay, as a producer on the side, okay, because sound design is my #1 goal. The good thing about becoming a better producer is that I've realized in order to make music come to life, I have to automate the sounds. And it can be tough sometimes for people to figure that out. So I want to speed up the process for you. And the way you're going to speed that process up is by using the mods. You're going to realize real quick that automations will bring your music to life. And these mods are some of the ideas that I've had as I create these patches for you in order for you to use them and get those revelations over time and develop ideas on how you can further automate, maybe with another synth or with some of the effects you might have in Ableton, okay? So that's why they are there, and they are there also to create ear candy for whatever you may have, okay? So use the mods, because for the 75 Serum presets, you can make a lot more. It should be like 300 with the mods, okay? From there, we finally reach the bass lines, and this is where I find a lot of you guys are going to be spending your time. I programmed these for you to drag and drop them like so, preferably one, but you can keep it going if you want. The reason you want to start it over is just because you want the phase to start at the same location and you don't want it to keep going through its phase, because then you can get out of phase with the bass, which is a big no-no. Okay, so from... Okay, there you go. I like that. Change some of the mods and make the sound different. Now let's get the drums a little quieter. You can hear it. And then there's this little sound layered, but it's from there. We have one called Coca Leaves. This is getting crazy real quick, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Where we at? Open it? Nope. And there we go. We're ready to get the party started, man. What should we hit it with? Let's hit it with this. Okay, and let's lower the volume on it. Baby, you know I'm ready to go. Oh, baby, you know I'm ready to go. Oh, baby, you know I'm ready to go. Anytime I make these packs for you, I have fun with it. You know, I create the sounds and then I want to make sure it's fun to use, because as you can see there, we don't have to worry about whether the bass is in phase or the mix or anything. The kick sounds great already. And that's the fun part. That's my goal. And that's how I save you time, make you make the best music, so that you worry about the idea. You let me worry about the sound design. Long-term relationship, man. Your success, my success. That's the goal. Baby, you know I'm ready to go. Aw, baby, you know I'm ready to go. Aw, baby. Let's make it funky, bro. Okay, so this pack, again, is made for various kinds of Eurodance, but also the hard dance stuff. Not the super hard, but, you know, maybe it is. So again, this is a Reese. That's nice. Okay, basic Reese, everyone has access to one. Here we have my favorite bass from my favorite song, Pedro. Okay, can do this if we want.
Damn, you know I like the way you move, Damn, you know I like the way you move.
Okay. Take the low enough.
Damn, you know I like the way you move. Damn, you know I like the way you move.
Damn, all right. We have one called Loco. Get one of these very like distorted ones. Add some delay to it. For the breaks. You can add a top layer to that. There's a rate for the speed of it. All right, if you guys want to go viral on TikTok or Instagram, just open the cutoff. Okay, let's keep going. All right, here we have one of the patches that's meant more for like you programming. Now, in the demo that I've done, it's a free download for you guys. There's going to be some MIDI rhythms for you guys to utilize in order to create these. So again, you can use that to get ideas started or to get an idea of what kind of bass patterns you can use in Eurodance. And again, it's not to say those are the only ones that you can use, but it's always good to start with something written in your song than it is to not to have an empty canvas, because at least when you have something written, you have something to work off. Okay. This is going to be one of the more modern ones. So in Eurodance, it's weird because you have like some of the guys just pushing boundaries, going hard, and then you got some that are staying true to the classic sound. So again, you can hear a little bit of both. Oh yeah, modern right there, bro. Play around with it. For the build up. Move for different. That's going to be it for the bass section, but inside of the sample pack, there's also going to be a selection of bass loops that I've created for you to utilize. Now, I've created these using my analog synths because I can hear a difference when it comes to the digital synths and analog. And when it comes to samples, I'm already giving you digital Serum presets. So I want to add more value by giving you guys a different sound. And we can create 2 different kinds of rhythms. We can mix and match. And then we have a different sound effects. Okay, a couple different layers to it. Push it. We have the nice chorus swells that people love. Now we get into the leads, and the leads is where you're going to find a lot of the iconic sounds in Eurodance. So let's get into the first one called 2009. When I was a young guy, and I love tech trance, this lead was just really good to use in dance. We have a 90s trance lead. Make it wide or keep it down the center. Usually keeping it down the center makes it sound a lot more retro. And that's one thing that I feel a lot of presets fail to kind of like capture. Now, a lot of people will use or make super saws, but don't make them wide. And wide, there's nothing wrong with it. But it just doesn't sound retro, you know? From there, we can square it. We can turn it into a pad. Which stays mono. And widen the pad. So swell, man. Let's look at this. And now, you know, one of the synths that I really wanted to acquire for this pack, but I didn't get a chance to get, was the JP8080. The filter on it, that's the sound, bro. Like that sound, I imagine. That is trance. Don't let it develop. I love this patch, man. Let's get rid of the pad. So retro, bro. Use it as an ARP. I mean, that's beautiful, man. I love this stuff, man. Trance is my first love. It will always be my first love. When I die, I'll be making trance. Let's just set that. I'll quote right now. Okay, ácido. There you go. Nice acid patch there. Apollo Creeds. I made a video about this. I'm trying to remember how it goes. You already know what lead it is. And change the texture, attack, and so forth. Okay. But it's a flute-based sound made with a square and a sine. We got one called Blast. There's a producer called Blast. So a lot of times when I'm making these sounds, I'm always going, how can I make these sounds valuable for you? Okay, I need a system. I need something that's proven to work, a blueprint, right? Because if I make sounds from scratch, how is that me saying you got to trust, you know, my taste? No, I have to trust your taste as a sound designer. So I'm always looking at artists, what kind of sounds they're making. This one is from a producer named Bless. Very nice saw bass patch. We can add an accent. Okay. So the idea of this is you bring it up. When you want to accent the melody, we can pluck it. Lead, pluck it. We can gate it. Lead. Just do that. You can make it sound even cooler. Sustain it out. Some texture. There you go. You can even use it as a lead. Okay. Ooh, you already know what that's for. So again, this pack. It's ready, man. Oh, yeah. If you're Latino and you like cumbias. Oh, man. Here we have the root. To be one of those leads where okay, so we gotta move fast because I'll be here all day just showing these. This one takes inspiration from psytrance. Now psytrance has a lot of like uniqueness to it, but one of the things I've learned doing a sidechain sound bank like about 5 years ago, was the usage of phasers, the usage of EQ notches in order to create those sounds that you hear. Gladly Serum has this filter that we can use along with this flange. It's Europop. This is going to a 7, I believe, so it's very harmonical. Bass start. Slow it down. Hannah Lang F the DJ. I forget. Here we have a lead called Frenchie. Gets really retro. You already know this is from a hip-hop song, bro. It's a nice little Easter egg. You guys, if you know the song, you can leave a comment, but start there, move back. Can you close it? Hit the party. It's supposed to be one of these. Here we have one that's more modern, Euro. Fly by Sigala was on the Eurodance playlist for I think it was the Future Music one. Here's we have one called Jungle Sex, which I really love. Fun fact, I'm working on an Afro house pack, and I've also made a lot of botanical sound banks back then, like the selected stuff. So this is where a lot of this theory comes back to make it really sound. I really like this one because you can do some Hannah Lang stuff with it. Here we have one called Just Freak It. I didn't say less. I swear, every pack I make, there's always a lethal industry lead in there, because it seems like everyone just keeps, like doing like an edit of it. Maddox lead. Of course, we gotta add the M1. But we make it ourselves so that you sound unique, right? The M1 is dope, the Korg M1, and it's dope to use it, but if you ever want just something that sounds like it but different, beautiful. It's such a beautiful sound. Very retro. Let's add the second rhythm. These are some staffs that I've made. Can't go wrong with this one. I like this sound a lot. M1 sounds. Of course, we're going to have the sampled vocal shop. Beautiful. Ear candy with the mods. Couple other pads. Right, very lush, very retro. At the top pluck. Just pushing more notes down. Okay. PlayStation. Sounds are just putting smiles on my face. Because the thing is, I work on the pack, but I try my best not to go back through the patches because then I get too perfectionist about it. But yeah, just a lot of joy being brought with some of these. Of course, we have the pianos. Ethnic. Reminds me of the Diplo one. Can add some backup. Some programming of the glitches. So if I turn the piano off, this is what's layered with it. And that's the beautiful thing about Serum. You can do a lot with it. So the cool thing about using like a piano and creating, like running it through the Serum engine with the processing is that it makes it sound like an M1, but like a more unique M1, right? Like you don't sound like everyone else with the very, which there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Sometimes you just want something different. The mods and stuff. So we have some bells. I like these. All right, we have that. We can adjust toe part. I really like this one. Sample pack is an addition to this because I want to help you guys make music faster. So this is how I envision the sample pack will be used. Okay. First off, you have the drum loops that have all been created in a loop format. So you're not going to have the individual ones. If you need the individual ones, you can always route a drum, let's say like the Raybo one, into the MIDI channel. You can hit enter. That creates this. We can slice or one shot it and just use that like so. And then we have the one shot. Okay, but my idea is always drag and drop format because you just come in, drag it in, and you have the kick ready to go. Like so. From there, if you want, you can go Serum presets with the bass, or you can go with the bass loops. For instance, I could grab this happiness one and just drop it in. It's at 146. There we go. Let's drop another one in. Just make sure for these, you are going to have to sidechain them. I didn't want to sidechain them for you just because you might decide to go really hard, or you might want this. So it's up to you. All right. My goal is just to create bass loops that you can start off with to set the mood right and just move fast. Okay. Here we have another one called Tip Dog. This one has a sidechain because it's one of these. We might want to EQ out some of the highs. The reason I made some of these open is because I had a review where someone said that a lot of the bass sounds sounded muffled. Now, as an experienced sound designer, when I'm making sounds for a genre, I kind of see how the basses are used And for that pack, I think it was Tech House. You don't really see a lot of open basses because they take up way too much room, and then your drums don't sit in the front. In Eurodance, it's similar. There's a couple of songs where you will see the bass fully open. Okay, here's some like more analog-y ones. Some of these. I like this one. This is very like but of course we have more of the basic ones. Right? I like this one too, because now with these ones you don't have to use the whole thing. You can just grab the first part and just duplicate that if you don't want harmony. Just like that, you're ready to go. We can bring in from there now some drum loops. Like for instance, we can use the, I think for this one, the melodic one will work really well. And we're ready to rock, right? But let's say that, you know, I want more control on the drums. Then we have access to a lot of singular rides and cymbal loops put together that have been recorded from my drum machine switch. Right now I'm rocking a Percons HD01. I also use the RD9 for some of these and Alpha Bass to provide you with drums that just sound different. You know, the thing right now is a lot of people, when they make samples, they're just working very fast, and it takes time to set those guys up, but I think the effort is worth it to deliver a more polished product. Here we have a DMX Dusty. Yeah. So this is how I envision it. Just handle like that. Push harder on the drums if you feel it's needed. Now, what I want you to notice too with the drums is, you know, 909 samples, dime a dozen, right? We can find them everywhere. So I'm always trying to make an effort not to give you 909 bass stuff. It's hard because it's the stuff that most people want to use, but if we can get close to, you know, how it can kind of sound, I feel like we can. Come. Put it. Okay, these are more industrial, of course. Oh yeah. Rides are also anti-909. Some will like, some won't. Just a different vibe, you know? Like, that's the beautiful thing about music. We can do different vibes on them, so why not, right? Got ketamine rides. You know, it's just really clicky. Nice. Blue Revenge. It's from the Percons. Sounded rather different. Okay. Here we have ACD. Let's just put it in. The Night is called. This is a lot cleaner of a kick. Take Me to the Party Tonight. Monster Blue is my favorite by far. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but it's just for more of a trance kick. Pack will contain vocals. The star of the show is obviously moi. Because usually I'm recording myself. I didn't want to use AI, so that was the main thing. But these are me.
Damn, you know I like the way you move, boy. Damn.
I did girl too.
You know I like the way you move, girl.
Just in case, you know, you want the other one.
Let me take you to the top where
I like
the
this
fucking
one.
DJ rocks, where the bass hits hard
That's
and
me.
the crowd never stops. Let me take
You know I want you, baby.
That's me.
I know you want me too. Now why don't you come over and let me rescue you?
Here, try this. You'll love this. Here.
I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling alright. Are we hitting the party tonight?
Everybody rock to the sound of the whistle. Have the people stomping to my beat.
I just wanna hang out with the boys all night long. Take me to the liquor store. Let me get a shot of Patron.
Now, I'm not a professional vocal,
A swish up all the
but I always try and make it myself just because I used to do them for the Tech House ones, the Seaver series, and like a lot of big artists use them. So I was like, maybe I have a talent for it, but I'll stick to my synths. But
just wanna roll all night long.
Beats.
It's 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. Get up. You know we're hitting the rave tonight.
Oh, we are.
You know we're hitting the after
Alternatives?
party tonight.
Get
You know we're hitting the warehouse tonight.
whichever works.
Don't text me. I'm at the rave. Don't text me. I'm at the rave.
The world can get black and white.
Si saben cómo me pongo,
Spanish
porque
one
me
for Spanish homies. You already know where it's
ven
going.
que soy un raver al 100.
And then we have a couple of sampled ones from the old school vibes.
Baby, you know I'm ready to go all night.
Have some synth loops. Melodic. Very happy in nature. Very Martin Garrixy. I feel these could work. Some you can just grab and like cut out from. That's from the Prophet Red 2. Have that one right here. Just like the strings on it. Something different. So the idea of synth loops is always to start an idea or to fill up an idea. I like this one. You're gonna recognize these if you hear the demo on the website. You'll recognize a lot of these. So get you an idea on how to use it. Gated. Oh yeah. Okay, from there, it's also going to be some acid loops that I've created with this TB Behringer 303. But again, the acid loops are like a little all over the place. You have some hard ones and some melodic ones. Never know. Yippee-yi-yo at the yeehaw. Never know. I like this one. This is a mold matriarch. This one reminded me of Fred again. So now I know how to make his sound. This is my favorite one by far though. Like just this, like with a good, I feel like a good drum groove can work really well. Yeah. Party people, let's go and party. Let's go. We also have effects, right? Uplifters. Oh yeah. I like this one. I made a lot of these with the Prophet Rep 2. It's a very good synth, just very easy to program. And I just wanted to add them. Super dope to create these. Player 10. Going up. Synth grooves. In case you ever need for percussive stuff. I like this one. Downlifters. OBX stuff. If you know the filter, then props to you. Super Mario Dad. Then we have some crashes, which I put a little bit of effort. insane right here. Papi Trance Volume 1 is finally out at evilsounds.com. And again, this is my goal in helping you make better music. So if you're a Eurodance producer, hopefully it saves you a lot of time, helps you create better music and sound a little thicker. That is always the goal. And if you're not, and you're looking at this pack, consider checking it out to have different kind of sounds in your arsenal. A lot of the best songs have always been created with the genre blending, right? You have a little bit of tech house, use some Eurodance sounds in it to be unique, or you might be making techno, create some trancey breaks. No matter what, hopefully it inspires in some way or form. That being said, you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support.